Do you know why she can't stop thinking about you? Or why she can't forget the one man who broke her heart years ago? It's not about looks, it's not about money. It's about something far more dangerous, something buried deep in her psychology that you were never supposed to see. You've been told to impress her. You've been told to win her. That's a lie. Women don't obsess over the men who give them everything. They obsess over the men who understand them, men who know where the cracks in the armor are, and touch them without mercy. A woman's mind is a fortress, but inside that fortress are doors she wants you to open, doors she pretends don't exist. And the truth? Her deepest weaknesses are not evil to know, but they are dangerous to use. When you understand them, she will feel pulled toward you against her better judgment. She will feel you in her bones, even when you are not there. One of those weaknesses: uncertainty. Women crave certainty in life, but obsession grows in the shadows of doubt. When she is sure of you, you are safe and boring. But when she is almost sure, when your words, your silences, your glances force her to question, her mind starts working overtime. She begins replaying conversations. She starts wondering why you haven't texted back. She imagines what you're doing, who you're with, and why you seem so calm without her. That is where desire begins to ferment into obsession. Another: the mirror effect. A man who subtly reflects a woman's emotions back at her makes her feel deeply understood. But here's the danger. You don't just reflect her light. You reflect her shadows. You acknowledge the parts of her she hides from the world. You don't judge them. You simply see them. And in that moment, you become the rare man who knows her whole truth. That's intoxicating. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Whips. And you know how to color a woman's thoughts. You don't just live in her mind, you stain it, and she can't wash you out. This is not about tricks, it's about control, not of her actions, but of the space you occupy in her imagination. Once you step into that space, the game is no longer equal. Every man chases beauty. Few men chase the truth. And the truth is this: women are far more vulnerable to the invisible than the obvious. Her eyes might notice your jawline, but it's her subconscious that chains her to you. Another weakness: emotional contrast. A man who is the same every day, every moment, becomes predictable, and predictability kills attraction. But a man who can be warm one moment and distant the next, without apology, creates an emotional roller coaster she will ride willingly. She tells herself she wants stability, but her biology is addicted to contrast. Your absence becomes as addictive as your presence. Then there's social proof. She may claim she's immune to what others think, yet the way other women look at you changes the way she sees you. When you are desired by others, you trigger her competitive instinct. It's not always about wanting you, it's about not wanting to lose to another woman. If you can make her imagine the possibility of losing you, you will see a side of her she doesn't even know exists. The guarded opening. Women love the man who listens, but they obsess over the man who listens selectively. You don't rush to comfort her every confession. You let her hang in her own silence before you respond. You force her to wonder if she's revealed too much, if you've judged her, if she's lost your respect. That uncertainty keeps her leaning forward. There's also controlled scarcity. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about being genuinely busy with a life so full she feels privileged to be part of it. A man whose schedule is wide open tells her she is the center of his world. A man whose time is rare forces her to fight for it. The fight makes her value it. Remember, Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The modern man reverses this. He tries to control events, appearances, circumstances. The Stoic man controls his mind and lets that control radiate outward. That calm is magnetic. That calm is lethal. By the time she realizes you've stepped inside her head, it's too late. You're not just a man anymore. You're a storm she can't escape. Every man wants to be wanted, but obsession is different. Obsession lives in the part of her mind she doesn't even trust herself with. If you reach that place, you own more than her attention. You own her narrative. One weakness almost no man uses well is strategic vulnerability. The key word here is strategic. Show too much and you're weak. Show none and you're a stone wall. But reveal just enough at the right time. One story from your past, one moment of genuine emotion, and you signal that your walls exist for a reason. You become a puzzle, and women cannot resist a puzzle they believe they can solve. Another is the silent withdrawal. This isn't ghosting. This is pulling back just after a moment of deep connection. You give her a taste of emotional intimacy, then step away without warning. Her brain goes into overdrive, replaying the connection, trying to understand what shifted. The more she searches for answers, the deeper you're etched into her. The unpredictable compliment. You don't flatter her constantly. You don't tell her she's beautiful every time you see her. Instead, you choose rare, specific moments when your words cut deep. Maybe it's when she's not dressed up, when she's raw and unguarded. The impact is 10 times stronger because she knows it's real. Then there's boundary dominance. Women respect men whose boundaries are immovable. If she tests you and you fold, she knows you can be bent. But if you hold your ground with calm, not anger, you tap into a primal truth. Women are drawn to the man who cannot be controlled. You are not a servant to her emotions. You are the master of your own. The mental mirror. Reflecting her desire back at her subtly makes her feel like the attraction is mutual, even when you've said little. You don't need to verbalize. Your pauses, your eye contact, your smirk all tell her you see her, and she feels seen in a way no one else offers. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When her thoughts are colored with you, your silence, your unpredictability, your rare approval, you stop being a man in her life. You become the standard she judges every other man against, and no man ever beats the ghost she can't let go of. The final truth is this. Obsession is not built in one night. It's built in layers. Every interaction, every silence, every glance is a thread. Alone, they're nothing. Woven together, they become a net she doesn't even realize she's tangled in. One of the deepest weaknesses is selective chaos. A man who is calm most of the time but shows rare flashes of intensity keeps a woman guessing. She never knows when that fire will appear, but when it does, it burns into her memory. Too much chaos destroys trust. Too little kills intrigue. But just enough makes her addicted to the highs and lows. Another, implied competition. You never brag. You never declare you have options. You simply live in a way that shows it. Other women laugh around you. Your phone lights up with messages. Your attention is never guaranteed. She doesn't want to admit it, but every woman is wired to value what others desire. She'll fight for a place she thinks could be taken. The subtle challenge. You don't rush to agree with everything she says. You make her explain herself. You tease her logic. You make her defend her ideas. You are not cruel. You are engaged. This sparks the same dynamic as flirting in its purest form, tension and release. She leaves the conversation buzzing, and she doesn't even know why. Then there's emotional restraint. In moments where most men would explode with anger or pour out their love, you hold. You stay still. That composure under pressure tells her you're not just another man. You're a man in control of himself. In a world of emotional chaos, you are her anchor. The last and perhaps most dangerous is unreachable depth. No matter how close she gets, no matter how much she learns, there's always a part of you she can't touch. This isn't about secrets. It's about an inner world so rich, so disciplined, that she knows she will never fully own it. That unclaimed space is where her obsession lives. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Apply this to your presence with women. Do not fake, do not chase, do not perform. Simply understand and act from the quiet confidence that comes from knowing the rules beneath the surface. When you do, you will no longer be the man trying to win her. You will be the man she can't stop losing herself to.